Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you didn't miss last week's upload. Uh,
What was there last week?
Nothing.
Yeah,
Basically, this last week was supposed to come 6.5 years ago.
last decade.
I'm just trying to be funny, guys. Come on. So
Oh, I
basically,
laughed.
thanks. So basically, guys, you obviously noticed there's a huge gap in upload because basically we realized we were and we won't make any more short movies in a sense. But also, I don't know, we kind of lost interest a bit, I guess, and we got busier because we got to study and we're Indians. How have you been, guys, on our YouTube exile? What have you done? How are you feeling?
I took engineering.
Enough.
Dead from
Shriram?
inside.
Shriram?
Dead from
What did
inside.
you do? Okay, you are also dead from inside. As you can tell, they both are engineering students. I'm not because I can't hack it. Maybe. Basically, guys, we've just been off. It's not like I don't know. English. It's not like we're reuniting or anything. We've been in touch. Obviously, we are the only losers who would talk to each other. So that's why we are still friends. And yeah, today we just wanted to make a podcast, or we're gonna probably make this a podcast channel from now. I'm also saying podcast in air quotes because you won't probably get anything of value from this, but we'll just talk. And if you're feeling alone, you can just watch it, I guess. I don't know why else you would watch.
Anyways, no one's gonna watch this. So
Yeah,
that's
also, yeah. So basically, we just want attention, guys. We are attention.
we want to kill our time as well.
That's one thing that hasn't changed from the first short movie. Attention whore. So yeah, have you guys watched back the short movies a lot in the time that we haven't uploaded?
Well, I had to show some to my parents and my other family members, and it wasn't that great feedback as I thought it would be.
I told this to you guys.
They were appreciating for the wrong genre, which we didn't mean, which is, of course, comedy.
Yeah, makes sense. We have spoken about this a lot before, and I've told how I'd shown this to my family, and I'm like completely wide-eyed, and I'm like, it's nice, right? It's good, right? Look at this scene. This scene is coming up. This scene is so sick. You gotta watch. And they're like, what the? It's but let's say, so what positives can you take away from the short movies that we've done?
I think it's only the memories. PK, what do you think?
For me, it is just the self-awareness and realization that you can never make short movies. That's what I take away from it. That's very important as well because I don't want to, as an audience, I don't want to watch that crap on my
Yeah.
YouTube. So
The audience being us, who must have watched it multiple amount of times, our families who sadly had to watch, and some of our friends who just wanted to take the piss, I guess. I mean, that's
Maybe
our
click
audience.
the link by mistake.
Yeah, maybe you wanted to search for anything else and just absolutely type out, because even the channel name is not normal. It's like you have to really keyboard to find
Yeah.
our channel.
Yep.
it's like a keyboard smash.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and maybe if you're raging, you'll find your way onto the channel, and then it makes it worse.
Oh, no. You don't want to see it when you're not in a good
I
mood.
agree. Yeah. So we've obviously watched it back a few times, just for fun, and basically the biggest change from that time is that pretty much we are a man down, as you can notice. Our superstar Chandrasekhar is not here because he's actually doing something with his life and is busy. But
We are two-man down.
yeah, Anirudh as well.
Mirror.
Anirudh, it's not like we are off contact or anything, but guys, people grow up. Maybe they realize that we still suck and they don't, and they've just
They have
started
grown
doing
up
other
and we
stuff.
haven't yet.
Or yeah, we'll say that, yeah, actually, because I don't want to badmouth them. Maybe we are the fuckers.
Yeah, we
So,
clearly are.
but what I pick up from our exceptional stint in short movies is how content was back then. A lot of people used to make short movies and branch out from there. There's been multiple people who've gotten into actual movies from short movies. Obviously, they're talented as hell, but that's how people used to make content back then. But nowadays, there's obviously a lot more avenues for content. Do you guys like the current I don't know, the current route content is going in, or did you like it back then?
I
I
feel
mean, I
it's just
don't
the
want to
response.
sound like a boomer or something, but now it's pretty, I would say.
Yeah.
There's too much content. There's too much
Yeah.
content, and people are just constantly in need of watching some kind of reel,
Well,
maybe, or just videos.
I mean, like what you're saying is now the audience has gotten more, like the reach is more, right? So you get to see more sort of content. Of course, you might feel like some of them are shit, but that's fair because the reach has increased from the time like when we started doing the nonsense that we did. So back then the trend was just prank videos, short movies, and more of wines, I would say, because that was booming at that point of time.
Yeah, Vines was a big thing.
It
Yeah.
is still kind of working right now, but not like it's not the mainstream sort of, I would say. Now it's more of podcasts and reaction videos, and that's why we are here, guys,
Yep.
which you might have figured out by now.
Diversifying.
I'll be honest. This combines what we do pretty much every day, which is talk a lot. Apart from that,
Yeah,
it's low effort content. So why not?
yeah.
Because we usually have because guys, basically a lot of not a lot of we watch a lot of different things, might be sports or shows or whatever. We watch a lot of regional stuff, but we also watch a lot of stuff from outside India. So at least we have a lot of stuff to talk about, and it's low
You
effort
wanna talk
content. If
about
it works, well,
you wanna
yeah.
talk about crime stuff? Please talk to me. You wanna talk about supernatural ghost stuff? Please contact me.
The description has everyone's Insta ads. You can talk specifically to Shriram because he likes to creep the at night. Using horror stories. It's not like a general
It's not the
thing.
No, it's
Yeah.
not some predator thing, fam.
please
Yeah,
please
no, no.
full context.
You know what, guys? Actually, I know my background is kind of dead right now, but let me spice it up a little. Until then, do you guys want to talk about reels really quick, because that's main content nowadays? I guess that's the most content that is being pumped out pretty much every day.
Well, that's the algorithm, right? The more you post, the more your reach increases. So people
Oh,
are just
guys,
posting
you're
reels.
not ready for this.
Yo, you didn't
Oh
have to pull
man.
this up.
I had to go on Google Photos and go all the way back to 2015 to find this classic. As you can see, I'll
Yep,
cover
all three of
Chandrasekhar.
us are there
Yeah,
somehow.
Yeah.
I'll cover Chandrasekhar because he doesn't deserve this public defamation. I think us three getting part is fine, at least for today. We'll try and
I
get
mean,
him on. We'll try and get him.
I'm fine in the picture. I would say I'm not like the worst out of the three.
I
So
think I
that should
think
be.
We
I
are
think
all
there's
fine,
no.
guys.
No,
We are all fine. We are all kids.
yeah, kids fine, but like, come on. This is just shine. This is just shine. Next level reflection. Shriram is just happy to be there, and it's
Yeah.
I don't know what to say. But see, these are the guys who had the idea of making a short movie. So we don't associate with them. This is different. That is
And,
different.
We are
and
all
these are the
podcast
guys who are
people.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are the guys who are here for podcast, which is trending right now, and
You
that's
know,
why we are here.
best part is about 3 years later, we might see this. Be like, yeah, that was a mistake as well. I hope not, though, because podcasts, I feel like, obviously we are talking absolute shit right now, but in my eyes, they are one of the more mature forms of content along with documentary. Because if you don't have anything to talk about, you're not going to make a podcast. So actually, on the topic of podcast, which is your favorite podcast? Any genre is fine.
Dr. Bolan. Not Dr. Bolan. Was it Dr. Bolan? Bolan, that's all.
Yeah,
He talks about
any podcast. I've actually started listening to podcasts from last year. Till then, I'd be like, the duration is too long or whatever. But I didn't understand that. I don't know, like, they have a lot of important stuff to say. Like, one of my favorite podcasts is
no, give your like the podcast you listen to, no? Then I'll give one like
mine's a lot of different stuff. Indian podcast, which I had a lot of fun watching back in the day, was the Internet Said So, the podcast with Varun Thakur. So we watched stand up. So for me, like, they're obviously for really funny people, and I really like those podcasts back in the day. Now I haven't really caught up with it, but I loved it back in the day. Right now, though, I watch a lot of basketball, so I listen to Through the Wire, I guess. And then True Jody is still one of my favorite podcasters. Right now, I guess that's it. Yeah. Right now, it's Through the Wire and True Jody mainly. Oh, I'm actually noticing that the three podcasts I named all have T in their name. So maybe we need to do that.
For me, it is, as you said, it is the Internet Said So. I used to listen. And there's one more, the channel name is Who's I guess. He talks about these ghost stories. I listen to that. And then there's Mr. Bolan.
Okay.
Mr. Bolan talks about like all the crime and even sometimes supernatural stuff. I like that.
So we clearly see what your favorites are when it comes to podcasts.
Yeah, I'm into that sort of genre.
Yeah, it's very much interesting. I don't know. We'll make a podcast in future, maybe with some other people talking specifically about the occult, because I know Yashiv is really not into that shit, to be honest.
Yeah.
Well, I only seen Impulsive. Of course, everyone knows what Impulsive is.
Impulsive. That
Impulsive. I generally don't see any podcast, but he makes some good.
Actually, if we had the money, we'd have Side Plus and watch Sidecast, I guess. That would have been fun.
Oh yeah, I've seen clips of that, but
clips everyone's seen. Yeah.
Yep.
Those are the fun ones. But that's the thing, though. I like these ones now. But I don't know. In podcasts, I feel like as you grow up, maybe you have more fun listening to them, because sometimes you want to slow down on the pace of content as well. Because there was a time when all you want, like me specifically, there was one time like when we were in 9th grade or something, all I used to do was, watch these really like loud YouTubers. If you guys remember Willpower from back in the day, with WWE, a lot of F2 freestylers and Chris MD. Now, I still watch Chris MD and the Sidemen Boys today, but the way the videos have evolved have obviously, they've obviously evolved.
What I had seen was you were a huge fan of Willpower.
Yeah, Willpower was
I was not.
Yeah, actually. The thing is, I really liked the WWE back in the day. We used to love back in the day. WWE was the thing. I remember once, like, we had a school trip in 7th grade, and I remember previous night, I think Shriram had watched it was SummerSlam or Royal Rumble, either one. I think SummerSlam. And the next day, we just came to school, and the first thing, so how trips work in our school was basically you come at an obscenely early time in the morning, and then you get a bus very early, and then you leave to go to the place because you got to come back by evening. So what we used to do was we used to get up at like 6 or something, be near school at 6:30, something like that, and we used to leave early. I remember Shriram, first thing in the morning, he comes up from the gate and he's like, "Did you watch the SummerSlam yesterday. Randy Orton. I specifically remember because that match is like next level good. I think like John Cena versus Randy Orton for the WWE Championship or something. And I think John Cena does the attitude adjustment that he does. And Randy Orton RKO'd him while he was doing the AA. So PK was like, and we were huge John Cena fans as well. And I remember Shriram just be like, "What did you see? Cena's heart, perseverance. He kicked out of everything.
Hustle,
Hustle, loyalty,
hustle.
respect."
Hustle, loyalty, respect.
And that's the day I even bought the Slam Attacks folder with I don't know 6,000 cards, which was so sick.
I was a huge fan of this guy called Dolph Ziggler.
Oh,
I used to
love Dolph
Why?
Ziggler.
That
Hey,
blonde
yo.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll never forget it. It's one of my Facebook covers. Dolph Ziggler was in that Team Cena versus Team Authority match, if anyone remembers.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
Ziggler single-handedly pulled a clutch as hell performance along with that. I don't know.
So it is
What was that
scripted,
white
guys.
dude?
It is scripted.
Yeah, it is
It
scripted,
is
but
scripted.
you see it, right? Like, shit. Wait a second, bro. What's his name? Sting. That guy with the white paint and black shit on his
Wait,
face.
wasn't his name Stardust or something? Or am I confused with someone?
That's Goldust. That's Cody Rhodes' elder brother. But I'm talking
Oh,
about
yeah.
Sting. Yeah.
I'm a bit confused.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
I don't watch it anymore for good reasons. Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
WWE has gone absolutely. Shout out to Logan Paul because he's still in WWE somehow.
Yeah, shout out to Logan Paul, guys.
Yeah, because he's gonna watch,
needs-
right? He's gonna watch.
He needs shout out from us. Yeah. You're promoting.
We are elite. Yeah, Logan Paul is in the comments saying, "Mera naam le lo, bhaiya."
But I think one more reason why we like WWE was the amazing theme songs. You remember those?
Yeah,
Some were
which-
just bangers.
Yeah, which is your
Triple
favorite?
H.
Triple H.
Mine would be
Time to
Jericho's.
play the game.
Jericho, my guy, bro. Oh my god. But yeah, I think mine. I really like Brock Lesnar's actually. It was just instrumental.
What
but
was it?
You want me to sing it out or something?
Okay, I'll find out later.
Wait,
Yeah, I don't want
Randy
to
Orton
butcher
was very sick.
Oh yeah,
Randy
Randy's was my second favorite, but like Brock was my favorite in general. So
Or
and
is
his
it
theme was awesome.
Voices in My Head? Was it Randy's?
Yeah. That's Randy's. Yeah,
I had
Voices.
learned the whole song, bro, at that point. Like,
Yeah.
I was so sick.
I remember. I knew Triple H song lyrics, right? And then I was singing it in my home, and then my sister goes, "Do you realize what the lyrics mean?" Because some of the Triple H song lyrics are nuts. I'm like, whoa, I didn't know. She's like, you're not allowed to sing that shit. I'm like, okay then.
I mean, most of the songs are like that.
Yeah, Jericho's was actually Jericho's whole entrance was sick. Those fucking light jackets when the whole arena was.
Well, no. I remember this whole thing what you told about your sister saying not to sing. The most controversial, I think, was this guy Shawn Michaels.
I'm just a sexy boy. Yo, that was so good.
Now if you think about it, it's not like big deal, but back then those
back then.
Back then it was the S word.
Yeah.
I remember because we were chomo as hell, and I think it took us to go to the 10th grade to first of all, like properly cussing and stuff. And then I don't know, 11th we let loose on all sorts of stupid things.
Yep. Yeah. But honestly, for me, it was mainly from watching PewDiePie. That guy cursed every single. And I'm not talking about the current PewDiePie, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
Nowadays, there's no choice. He doesn't have a choice. He can't really swear. But back in the day, like 2016, 2015.
Yeah.
Well, if you're talking about PewDiePie, I used to, I hadn't watched him very actively, but this guy called Filthy Frank, which says...
He's a legend.
Legend.
Filthy Frank was the
They
most
there used to be a trio, right? It had Filthy Frank, iDubbbz, and who
he
else?
used to do most obscene stuff, man. Like he used to do the most obscene stuff. Like you can't even imagine. Like
yeah,
even
it
if you
was
just
fun.
check out his videos today, you'll go like, "That's what
Uh,
has this guy?"
thing is, see, this is what the kids nowadays are missing out on. They have to watch Speed and some other
Yeah.
random dudes whose names I don't want to mention, to be honest. And they had to watch them and go. We saw Filthy Frank. Filthy Frank was he was just being, but off camera, I don't think most of them were like that. And
Filthy Frank was like, even though his channel was more of pranks or whatever obscene shit he did, he was a guy who was trying to make some music as well parallelly, which now
yeah,
he is doing just
he is.
music
He
He's
itself.
is.
doing pretty
OG.
well, Ram.
Yeah.
Yeah, now
Yeah,
he
half
is
of the
just
world's
killing.
population cried to glimpse of us. So I think everyone knows what we're talking about.
And now, kind of, people think like this guy called I Show Speed, or if I'm not wrong, they kind of think like he's being the quirky guy, like what Filthy
What
Frank
quirk,
is.
bro?
I'm not
I'll
saying
say
like
this much. Humor has gone from actually. I mean, there's no. I'm not saying like there had to be only intelligent comedy from when we were watching. We watched a lot of KSI. KSI's funny stuff used to be prepare your anus, but that is different. This is different. The thing is, they used to be actually good. Like KSI was sick at FIFA, and watching stuff like Road to Division 1 and all was still nice. And with that, you see what he has done now. See, I want to give a few years to people like Speed at least. Maybe I don't know, he might calm down and branch out. But from what I've seen, he's not the sort of dude to do that. I feel like now, because of how relevance or I don't know, making content is, they don't slow down. They just keep going in the same pace. All these guys, KSI, PewDiePie, all of these guys slowed down a bit, and they weren't so hyper. They aren't so hyper anymore. That's why you can sit back and watch their videos and still find it funny. Whereas Speed, I'm like, there's just a lot going on, and maybe for a younger age group, that's good content, but it's not like completely appropriate for them. Some of the shit he says, I'm like, okay, that's just dumb.
Also, I think it's just
uh,
that we have grown up. If
Yeah,
we were the same
yeah,
age of his viewers, I think we would still watch.
that's what I'm saying. That's what. But what other choice do they have?
Yeah, that
The
is true.
the
Humor has
YouTubers
gone
we
down
started
bad.
with, the humor. Wow, I was about to say the humorous. The YouTubers we started with have pretty much grown with our generation. So a lot of the stuff that we find relevant or funny, they capitalize on that. These guys are different. Again, it's just loud and stuff. I don't know. People find it really funny when he mispronounces stuff or sees a flag and says another name. I'm like, wow, how intelligent, Speed, well done.
Everything is just Italy, guys. If it's not Portugal, it's Italy.
It's yeah. And oh my gosh, I have to point this out. Guys, we're huge football fans. But
I
if
mean,
I
I'm not.
see, okay, no, Shriram is
Okay.
maybe.
I'm not.
But
I'm
we
not a
are
huge
huge,
football fan.
but we are huge sports fan. That much I'll say. And maybe
I would agree
it's
on
stuff like Shriram watches more of cricket and kabaddi than football, I guess. But
that. You missed out on the most important thing,
no,
chess.
chess, of course.
Oh
I'll get
yeah.
to it. But the thing is, we watch way less chess compared to you watch.
Yeah.
Generally, the sports which we most commonly watch nowadays, all three of us has to be in order. If you go, it'll be football, cricket, and basketball, I guess. Because now we started watching like proper in terms of NBA at least. But this guy, if I ever see a bunch of kids doing the Sioux celebration again every single time. I remember last time me and Yashiv went and played in a turf with some of my juniors. I'm not throwing shade at them. Now these kids are like 3 years younger to us or 2 years younger to
Would they
us.
be watching, by the way?
If you are, don't take offense. Or take, I don't get. It's like
No one's gonna watch this. Chill.
every goal is a Sioux. I'm like, Relax, please. Because when Ronaldo does it, it's cool. Some other professional footballer does it, it's cool. It's you do it, it's cool. Once or twice, it's good. Every time is just suey and shit. I hate that. I hate that. I hate it.
I think that's when we started defending better, just to avoid that.
Yeah. We were like, you know what, park. You have a small lead, park the bus because I can't listen to it. And even if we get the chance, boot that shit away so that we don't have to listen to Sue ever again. Yeah. So today, why I was like, we were supposed to record this on the previous day. So today we are recording basically the day after India, so on the day that India lost the semi-finals of the Cricket World Cup to England in the most horrible fashion. Thoughts
Why,
quickly, just brush over it because even I don't want to talk about them much.
no, like, why is it when we lose, it's like we lose, for a no loss? Like
Yeah,
we
it's
lost to
so bad.
Pakistan, not this year I'm talking about, but the previous time we lost to no, like we lost no loss only, and I think the target was something around the same, like 151, 152 something.
That was
Here it was
horrible.
one. Why? Just why?
What I
And
mean, I didn't see the bowling. What exactly happened? What went wrong?
Everything.
everything, everything, everything went wrong. I stopped
Is
watching
it that
after 10
they
overs.
played too good, or did
They
we
played.
play too
They
shit?
played too. They
They
played.
did.
But
They did play
it
good.
obviously has to be a combination. But basically, the two guys who played absolute tournament played their best innings. Obviously, because they were just too good, man. They're too.
They were too good, and we were also not exceptional or anything to
So basically,
get there.
we'll just. I don't want to depress myself more. What I'll say is, please just rebuild. I don't care if they don't win anything the next competition, but I want to see a team which I really want to see on screen. Right now, it's just not it. I'll just move the hell past that because basically right now sport for me except for Arsenal, everything else is so disappointing. Maybe Bangalore Bulls is good and Arsenal is good, and then
I mean,
everything
well,
else is so sad.
well, Bengaluru Bulls is also very, it's a very dicey thing. We don't really know when they'll be good, when they'll be bad.
But
I mean, I love
Shriram,
them, but
there's a positive record at least. There are more
uh,
wins than more losses.
yeah, they are playing good, but
Yeah,
I'm not
my
really,
my
it's
situation as a
always,
Lakers fan is what I'm talking
it's
about.
all, no, but like Bengaluru Bulls, it's always like every match is a surprise. We don't know what will happen.
Yeah,
We will
we
just
just
go
don't know.
sit, we hope we win, and we don't know. We
So
just sit
Yashiv,
there
you're
and
just
witness.
gonna sit there and sip tea while I literally haven't had dinner. This is just hurting me.
Tastes pretty good.
Wait, where's my water
But
bottle?
talking about India's performance for
Why?
the rebuild, who would you think should go out and who
I mean,
should?
that's
Okay,
very
maybe come in. We
debatable.
can't tell now, but who should go out?
Come in, Harshal Patel and Chahal. Why aren't they playing?
Yeah, I mean,
See,
Harshal Patel hasn't been that great on Australian
but
pitches. So,
Harshal Patel and Bumrah, they'll obviously make the team better when they get fully fit. They are not yet fully fit, so when they are fully fit, they'll make the team better.
no, no, no. Harshal was fit. The thing is,
No, but
Harshal hasn't been great on Australian pitches.
yeah.
So that's why they were a bit.
Apart from that, I'm just telling peak fitness. They won't because his injury was quite serious, right? He was out for some time. I think once
Yeah.
they all hit peak fitness, they'll obviously do better. And paces, the problem is, I don't know. One of our friends told today, maybe Natarajan, he would do well in Australia's conditions or whatever.
Yep.
But I think
Even
we
he now
have
injured.
to chuck the romance factor with a lot of the older players. Like Bhuvaneshwar Kumar won't work on this pitch.
Okay,
What did you
controversial
say, Rohit?
statement is here, guys.
No,
Guy,
what? What?
Controversial statement, guys. Yeah, screen grab this and make sure
yeah.
I'm pretty
abuse
sure many
Bala in his
people,
Instagram.
many Virat fans at least, will agree with me.
This is
No,
what I
you're
don't
not
want.
doing
I
it.
just want them to play as a team.
Yeah.
This is what I
Pretty
don't want.
toxic.
Yeah.
No,
People
that's
are
like
like
very
Virat fans are celebrating after we lost with the memes.
that's very toxic. That's very
Yeah,
toxic.
like
It's India which has lost. It's not Rohit
yeah,
Sharma's India. It's India. It's
exactly.
not
It
something
makes
like
no
Rohit.
sense. We
Yeah,
lost a World Cup T20.
yeah. That should be the issue. People are just like going nuts about Rohit is not a good captain. Come on, guys, calm down. I mean, what is this?
I obviously I don't know why this happens. Like, no, actually, you know what? I kind of know why this happens. When Dhoni was the captain, he wasn't the number one or number two option in batting in terms of your major source of runs, because his role is to come in late and finish games. Now, in my eyes, Kohli is number one, Rohit is number two, and they're the two consecutive captains. Now, they if they don't get the runs, people will straight away blame the captaincy. But if you
Yes.
do pick shitty 11s, you deserve some of the blames, because I remember today's so see, there's nowadays I don't watch that much cricket, obviously. If it's international, mainly see what I watch is Test cricket and IPL. But whatever I'm watching now, today I heard Ravi Shastri talk about it, and as a former coach, I'll take his advice. What he said is, today where India were, they needed a wrist spinner
Yeah,
in order to grab
exactly.
wickets. And the one competent wrist spinner who happens to have picked up the most wicket in your Premier League, you have sat his ass down on the bench. Tell me how that makes sense.
I still don't understand why Chahal wasn't like taken any team. Like
Yeah, and
he's
if
the
they give
best
some
kind of
like he's
player.
not a good fielder or anything, that's bullshit. You dropped so many catches. Anyways.
I
Oh
mean, good
man.
fielder, you can still substitute a fielder if you're
Exactly,
so
exactly.
you're not
And I don't
confident.
think you can do that to bowlers. Even I was thinking about that. Maybe bowlers, if you substitute them off the pitch, they can't bowl.
Well,
There
Hardik
has
Pandya,
to
how
be a
many times he
loophole like
was on
that.
such?
I
Hardik
don't
Pandya, how
know.
many times was
Guys,
he on
basically,
such,
I'll
bro?
say this much. We are not competitive sports pundits or anything. We're just going off
Yeah,
casuals. But what is blatantly obvious, that much we understand, is that we needed Chahal in this tournament and he didn't play. It just
he
hurts,
was
because obviously
instead
we
of
see
them.
we are all RCB fans, and for us, like, Chahal is the spinning ace that we have seen growing up, and if he doesn't play, it's already a bit fishy for us. Apart from that, in conditions where he needed to play, he didn't play. So we are like, oh, what's going on?
I mean, like even though Chahal is not an RCB player anymore,
Yeah,
it
but
doesn't
he's
like
he's a part of the RCB folklore. He has been in the best team that RCB have created ever,
easily,
that 2016.
but still we couldn't win.
Ah, man, that one really hurt. That was the absolute worst one ever. Like, I've seen teams which I support losing finals. Nothing hurt me more than 2016, and nothing made me realize more that a year is such a long period. Waiting for the next IPL after coming so close, 8 months. I
And
can't.
then after that, it was a what to say, a trash season after trash
Three? Didn't
season.
we
Like
have like a 3-year drought without making the
but yeah,
playoffs?
2017, 18, 19, 3 years also we shat.
Oh
Then 2020,
man.
Mike Hassan and Simon Katich came in
I
and
I at
we
least
made it
like that the
to
core of the team now is a playoff team.
yeah,
Add
easily.
add add of add some more players who might consistently perform. And I don't want to talk about RCB's championship hopes, but I really want them. One in my lifetime, RCB. That's all I ask for. One championship, and I'll conclude that this is the greatest sporting team from India, because our fan base is the most elite. And if anyone
How?
argues,
A lot of
No,
passion.
no,
no, that's
bro.
I would just say Akash passion is coming out with a lot of toxicity out there, but we'll
My
move on.
toxicity will be bleeped though.
Well, like, yeah, I mean, I'm also like, I love RCB, but yeah, we haven't won anything. So yeah, it's fair for people to troll, like, saying whatever,
Yeah,
like chokers and all that shit. But I still don't mind because we
as soon
have
as
like
they get personal
some,
though, that's my problem. When they start cussing out Kohli or like AB de Villiers or players like that.
no,
Now,
I don't,
like
I
it just
just don't
hurts
care.
because we watch so much of them. There was
Yeah,
a time
I
where it
mean,
would really hurt me a lot, especially when someone would talk about
yeah,
Kohli.
of course. Yeah, but at this point I don't give two shits because like why should I care? I mean,
I
it's
feel
Players given
like
just
up,
I feel
basically.
like yeah, most of the core is gone anyway, so we won't feel that offended. It's just Kohli now because our what I'd say the big four of RCB culture, Kohli, AB, Gale, and Chahal. Three of them
Yo,
don't
but
I
play
if
mean,
for
anyone
RCB.
cusses ABD, you're
no,
just a
they are
sad
just sick,
human.
I would say.
Yeah,
They're
as a,
just
as
Can't.
sick, I
a
would say.
as a person, if you don't like AB de Villiers, like just don't talk with us. Like, it's a waste of time because honestly, how you can hate that man, I don't
The guy is
Good
the
player,
most,
good person off the pitch.
know.
Why would you hate him? He just
like, see,
scored runs on your team. Deal with it.
Yeah.
no, it's this has always been a debate with me and Akash. Akash believes that Virat is the goat, but for
Yes.
me it's always AB de Villiers. I can't. I mean, I love VK, but it's just for me it's always been AB de Villiers. Like,
I
AB
think
has that.
I think AB is just like who I'd watch when they're going off. Any AB is over anyone in the world, like in the history of the game. Even Gale, I don't want to watch anyone more than I want to watch ABD when he's in form and he's going. Your death overs ABD batting.
Uh, that just
Any
hits so.
any type of ball you deliver to him, he's gonna hit
Yeah,
Yeah.
anywhere he wants.
if he's on a
That's
roll,
amazing
there's
to
no
me.
way you can
Like
stop.
how frustrating would it be, right? You're coming in and bowling in a 146 Yorker, and he's just played it for a four. You're like, what am I meant to do with this guy?
I think you guys would have seen this. No, like this was a huge thing. Like I think Rohit Sharma had done some Instagram live or something with Bumrah, and someone asked Bumrah like, "Who's the toughest
No,
to?"
with David
I'm pretty
Warner.
sure you
I
would
think
have
it
seen.
was with David Warner.
No, no,
Uh,
it was with Bumrah. It was with Bumrah.
okay.
I know the David Warner one, but this was with
Yeah.
Bumrah.
Uh,
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure you would have seen where he says like Bumrah gets a question like who is the toughest to bowl during the death, and he says like yeah it's AB, and then Rohit just says like he's in that sleepy mode kind of a way. He says अरे यहाँ वहाँ करके कहीं पे भी मार देते हैं. That was so good.
that's facts, though.
Yeah, like you can't really set up a field for that guy. Like you can't
Yep.
really plan for him. He can smack the ball anywhere. There
Yeah.
is no particular region that
But
you can
the
target him.
problem with AB and Virat sometimes was there was a clear Achilles heel for them. Like if you target a certain area while you're using your paces or you're using a specific type of spinners, they would struggle. But if they're in form, they literally would not give a shit. Like anyone, like Jesus could bowl an over and he'd probably get hit for 16 or whatever. That's how good they were. And the thing is, like, we watched a lot of matches without the team winning a championship. So, in case an IPL trophy actually comes to Bangalore, you don't realize what we will do. I'm just waiting, but I've been waiting for how long?
I mean, the previous season, I was so sure if we could win over Rajasthan Royals in the semifinals, I was dead sure we could win against Gujarat.
Yeah,
But I knew like these guys might mess it up against the Rajasthan, and that's how it went.
but this is
Because
what
Rajasthan
hurts
was
me so much.
no, but previous season Rajasthan was a way more complete team, in terms of any other teams that were playing. Like they had
Yeah,
the best players in their team. They had the
yeah.
purple cap winner Chahal. They had the
I'd say,
orange cap
I'd
winner.
say, I'd say Gujarat. I'd say Gujarat were the most stacked and Rajasthan were more. I think they were going more, they were fine, they were really good, they were very balanced. And then the situation with Padikkal and Yashasvi Jaiswal came up, and then I think that's where they initially lost it.
Yeah, and but well, according to a lot of experts, when the auction was done, Gujarat had the worst team. Like everyone had rated Gujarat as the last team to win the IPL, but they just went through and they got it.
Gujarat actually reminds me a lot of the 2018-19 Raptors. It's like a bunch of players who have always played under someone else, but they're all really talented players. If they come together, how do they perform? Like
Exactly.
in that Raptors team, like how they had Kawhi this time, I think they had Pandya because he just led them. I think that whole dressing room was vibes. I think there were enough leaders which guided them, because you have Miller, you have Rashid Khan, and then you have Hardik Pandya, and everyone performed at least at some point of season. And I think the only way to win a championship is, I think every single piece has to perform at least in some way. Because when we lost the finals in 16, Ben Cutting, where was he? Like why Ben Cutting do anything? And he just smashed the shit out of Watson, who we still haven't forgiven, by the way. I'm never gonna forgive Watson, because then he joined the ops and went mad in the finals for them.
Yeah, like
Well, I
the
like
moment he
Watson,
joined
but
CSK.
yeah, I mean I like Watson, but that
I
finals
like
was so.
Watson's career achievement. Obviously, one of the best to ever play the game in my eyes. At some point of time, he was a number one all-rounder in the world as well. But what he did to RCB versus what he did for Chennai is stark contrast, and I hate that shit, bro. I hate it. I hate it. To
Like
this
to be
day.
fair, I would also
To
defend,
this day.
but I would defend
Uh,
Watson for a reason because Watson was an opener, but he used to come at number 4 or number 5 for RCB, which was a bit weird. Of course, his
but
bowling
Shriram,
wasn't that great in the
if there
season.
was any country's cricketers who I'd expect to be versatile, it would be Australians, because Gilchrist used to open and he used to come in at 6 as well. I know everyone
Yeah,
can't be Gilchrist, but Australia are actually built different when it comes to cricket. They're some of my
I
favorite
know.
players.
Yeah, but like, come on, man. Like Watson was like a great player, but that season
Yeah.
just wasn't for him. And yeah, it's pretty sad though. But somewhere we also need to consider that yeah, he was a genuine opener, and he used to come at number 4 and 5, and probably that didn't sit right for him. But yeah,
But
bowling was
as a statement that RCB made in terms of depth, it was really well, because at that point I don't think you would want to drop anyone else in that batting order lower
wait.
than
Who
Watson.
were the openers? It was Gale and Kohli only, right? For
No,
us,
no,
Gale and Kohli.
Gale and KL used to open at the start, but in the finals, Gale and Kohli opened.
Yeah, Gale and Kohli opened. They did really well. Then
Yeah,
AB came in.
AB shat the bed. I'm sorry, AB, but AB shat the bed.
Yeah.
Rahul shat the bed. Third best player in RCB's batting innings, Stuart Binney, who was a who was a good player back then. I used to actually like him, and then
Yeah, he was good. He was a good all-rounder. Like he could bowl also. He was pretty good.
yo, the
But
team. If the team won, I'd be so happy, because Srinath Arvind was on that team as well.
oh man, yeah, Srinath Arvind. And this guy, Iqbal Abdullah.
Iqbal of the
Who like
bro, I was legit. I'm so sorry, but I was about to say Iqbal Hasbullah, bro. I'm so tapped in the head. It's Iqbal Abdullah, you know. I'm like, come on,
happy
man. I
I'm
can't forget
happy
his name.
I
Yeah, yeah,
got his name. I'm
yeah.
happy.
Thanks, because he also played a very clutch innings in the first.
No, Samis.
Uh,
Samis, yeah.
so that was qualifier, right? We won the qualifier and
No,
went
Samis.
straight to the finals that year. Yeah.
No, did we?
Yeah, we didn't play eliminator that year.
Because
SRH played the eliminator.
yeah, because we played against Gujarat, which was that time. Was it Lions?
Gujarat
Gujarat
Lions, yeah.
Lions, I think.
Gujarat Lions.
Yeah, Gujarat Lions we played and we had shot that match pretty well, but AB just stood there and pulled off madness.
AB and Iqbal Abdullah even had a 6 in the shortest boundary in Chinnaswamy. But who cares? 6 is 6. Some of my favorite sixes from Chinnaswamy are probably like 60-meter sixes. I even remember fucking Ravi Rampal hitting a 6 in that stadium. I'm like,
Ravi Rampal, that
60-meter 6.
Man, I used to love Ravi Rampal. Like his bowling action was the best. I used to love it a lot.
Bro, I swear RCB have had the
That-
most streets won't forget players. Him, Jack Callis, and
Yeah,
Ross Taylor,
Jack
Rahul
Ellis.
Dravid,
Ross
Zahir
Taylor,
Khan.
Ross Taylor was much like he was the best player for me in my childhood. Like I had written, this movie, right? That Chain Kuli ki Main Kuli.
Yes,
In
we
the- in-
do.
I legit wrote Ross Taylor's name on my bat, thinking that now if I go to bat, I'll hit all the balls 6.
I
It
love
was
Ross.
legit
I
that.
love Ross. My favorite like that growing up batsman who was not Indian is Kevin Peterson. I love Kevin Peterson.
Yeah.
And he also played for
Kevin-
RCB, that's why.
RCB, yeah.
I remember we had Owen Morgan, Kevin Peterson pretty much in the same team.
Owen Morgan wasn't like, I don't think he played.
He
I think
wasn't
played
good.
just
He
one
wasn't
season.
good back then. Yeah. But
Yeah, he
was
just played a
just-
season and then they chucked him. I think this was a big problem with RCB back then because we didn't have a proper core. It
We
was
didn't
always
retain,
like one season. Yeah, we just one season. If they perform great, if they don't, then just get out. We'll
in
make a
that
new
way,
team
in
again.
that way, I appreciate Mumbai because they pretty much kept Malinga throughout.
Exactly. Yeah.
And they
Like,
kept Sachin for so long. And then CSK, the best player in IPL history, if you have to go, purely the best player who has ever played just in IPL, numbers wise or whatever, achievements, who would you pick?
I mean, like for me, it's a very clear choice. I would say it's AB de Villiers. But considering what you told, numbers wise as well, of course, ABD is there, but I would also pick Suresh Raina because he was just
He is my
mad
defo
dude.
top 5 pick.
Yeah, but for me again, as an AB fan, and also I'm not. It's not like I don't find it wrong picking AB because AB, he has great numbers as a batsman
Yeah.
for the RCB, so that's not a bad pick or anything for me. But I would also consider Suresh Raina because mad dude. He also he's the craziest player to play for CSK, and he got violated, fam, for the last season. He didn't.
Man.
I was just
That was
hoping that
that
RCB
just
would
sucks
pick
so
him. I was just
Yeah,
just
at
pick
least
him.
for the vibes, get
Yeah,
him.
just pick
I
him, but
like
they
it. I
didn't.
like it when we get players from CSK and they perform well, like Hazelwood or whatever.
Yeah, man, Hazelwood was sick. Of course, a few matches
we
went down,
have
but that's
we have a lot of good pieces. Like literally, the second string of players, if you get it right, it's like a championship winning team. That's why
and
what, as unfair as it may look, one match depends. Everything depends on that one match. It is fair. Like it's not like NBA where you have a max of 7 games going into the finals or whatever, where you have a chance to redeem yourself. I feel like if we had an NBA style final, we would literally go 4-1 or 4-2 against that SRH team in 2016 because as good as they weren't as good as RCB in my eyes.
I mean, you think about this, like the previous season, Dinesh Karthik when he was picked. I'm pretty sure you would have seen this. There was this guy.
Everyone has seen that reel, yeah.
Yeah, he's like Dinesh Karthik is the a full-time commentator and a part-time
cricketer.
player.
Oh my
Like
god, that's so.
the way the guy came back and I said he's like that was sick, man. Like his role as a finisher for RCB was like probably AB was like one of the best, and I think DK was very close to. I mean,
Yeah.
I wouldn't say same as AB, but he was very close to
not
what
yet,
AB
not
had.
yet, yeah. I feel like for him that Nidahas Trophy innings, that was very important for his career because that actually put him back in the frame somehow.
It was more like See, everyone knew Dinesh Karthik. Okay, even before Nidas Trophy, people knew like, there's a wicketkeeper batsman. That's Dinesh Karthik.
Yeah.
But no one like knew him for any particular thing. But after
Basically,
Nidas,
what we have seen of him in RCB is we have seen proper DK. Like, this is DK. This is what he does.
yeah,
That's the real batsman in him.
he was just so good. Like,
Bala,
DK
you have
full.
absolutely nothing to say when it comes to cricket. It looks like he half zoned out.
I mean, I stopped watching IPL maybe 2-3 years ago, and one reason is mainly RCB, of course.
Yep. That's
I
what we
used to
do.
be a freak watching RCB. I
Makes
was
sense.
a huge fan, but it just all turned around. And
You know what?
Yeah,
I feel like a chip will come when we least expect it. Maybe when we build a Gujarat Lion style team with no specific number one option, it could happen.
I mean, like, every year it's the what, like Bala told. Every year for me, it's like after we lose some semis or some eliminator, even I'm like, okay, that's it. I'm not watching RCB anymore. But I know that I'll watch it. I
Next
know
year
I'll
we're
watch it.
straight
Even
back
if
in.
they lose, I'm like, yeah, I'm here, guys. I'm gonna watch again. So it's not gonna be like I won't watch. I will definitely watch.
the
You
thing is, I
can't
just
not
changed
ignore
to
them.
football. I just
Yeah.
But
started
now,
watching more football. So
Yeah.
I mean, but in this thing, with RCB now, I'm more interested because they're investing on some young players. Like one of the guys who came out now was Rajat Patidar, who
oh
pulled
yeah,
off a madness
Cult legend.
against Lucknow and eliminator. Like what an innings, man, that guy. He was second. One
He's
more
pretty
guy I
much
would
top
mention.
10 playoff performance from last year, and he only
Yeah,
performed in the playoffs. It's like he woke up in the
he
playoffs.
wasn't even he wasn't even picked in the options, dude. He came as a replacement for Lunit Sisodia, who was a
Yeah.
youngster who we had taken to, like
That was a
to
depth
bring him in.
option, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah, and he came in and he pulled off a madness. And one more guy whom I would like to mention is Shahbaz Ahmed. He was also
Yeah.
very good,
He's
man.
actually his batting has improved so much. It makes me very happy, actually.
Yeah, his batting has improved. His bowling is pretty
So
good.
I had no
And
problem with
fielding is
Washington
too good.
Sundar going if you get that version of Shahbaz Ahmed.
Yeah, Shahbaz is too good. And another guy who came out, Suresh Prabhu. That
Yeah.
was I do.
I feel like his
Yeah,
start was too good, and there was always a
I
basement to
mean,
build off of, and then he just kind of tanked after that.
see, the problem is the expectations are way too high from these players, which I don't feel is fair because come on, they're just like starting off now. So I think we should give them some time to become what they are, at least as
Yeah.
an audience. Of course, we are not some sports experts or
Okay.
kirkut experts here.
Yeah, I just
So,
want to watch. I just want to watch good cricket, and if you want to watch good cricket, you'd watch RCB. And in all this, I didn't even mention Faf, the new captain.
Faf, yeah, Faf
So Faf was
had
up
been
and down,
great
up and down, up and down. First match was banger.
as a batsman. As a
As
batsman,
a
I would agree with
batsman,
you.
I think his captaincy was really good, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, he was really good as a captain.
Because he doesn't
Virat,
moan and scold, and that's one of the good things about him.
and of course, Virat's season was pretty bad. Like it didn't go like
He never
it
took
was
off.
probably his worst season. Yeah, it was probably his worst
I
season.
feel like next year, I feel like Virat Kohli when he gives zero fuck the best Virat Kohli,
Yeah,
because Virat Kohli from the 2011 World Cup is he is like that 35 run innings is so sick, and what it has done for India in general, people don't give it enough attention, because if he didn't have that partnership with a guy who he had beef with, Gautam Gambhir, if literally
Gambhir.
if they both didn't stand and build that partnership, we would have actually gone. And I feel like Kohli would have actually hit like a 50 or something, but then Dilshan just became he is a great fielder, but that catch was unbelievable, bro. He just
I used
stretched
to love
past his
Dilshan,
limits.
man. I
Dilshan.
used to love Dilshan so much
Dilshan at
because he
RCB was
was
so good.
Exactly, Chris Gale and Dilshan used to hit that Dil scoop,
Dil
like
scoop,
used to
Dil
Dilshan.
scoop, bro. I was legit about to say, do you not remember the Pepsi ads, Dil scoop, and then Harbhajan's Dusra, and
Dusra, yeah.
Bill Bowden had a Pepsi ad with the
Slinga,
ghee
Malinga.
thing. The
Slinga
Slinga.
Malinga.
Oh my god, bro, perfect. IPL ads are the
And
best I've ever seen.
not now, not now.
Not now,
Now it's
not
just
now.
Dream 11 पे team बनाई है.
Yeah,
You just
I
remove that.
mean, yeah, that it's become more
Now
of
it's not there.
when we had Zuzu ads from Vodafone, that was sick.
That was the
Beautiful.
best set of
And
ads, I
then
would say.
the Jumping Japang ads were good. I
Oh, I
feel
used to
like
love that.
that Come On Bulawa Aaya Hai is the last good one, and then we've just tanked after that. Like even Come On
No,
Bulawa Aaya Hai was kind of
come on,
whatever.
Bilal. It was not that great. I mean, it was just
Yeah.
like, I think that was the start of the downfall, is what I would say. From there, it
I
went.
mean, no shade, but when Gio Dandarathan came, I think that's where
Uh,
we started tanking in terms of IPL ads.
I mean, yeah, then I don't. Oh my
No,
god, such a
bro. Oh my
bad.
God, bro. My favorite underrated IPL ad is that Havells wires. Not just
Which
the
one?
shock laga laga. Those ones were sick. But apart from that, there's this woman who's making roti and she's kind of, like burning her hand. And then her son bends the wires and he makes like the
Oh,
thing out of it. And
Uh,
his mom then is able to flip the rotis. Yo, that was
uh,
a sick ad. I love that.
like it was so good back then. And then, like I think last 3 years only, I
Stays
think
a
it
bit
just
better.
went
Yeah.
after.
I
I mean,
can't
before that, it was
even
like,
I can't even tell you what are IPL ads right now. Apart from the Geo ones, there's no specific IPL ads. They're just bad, kind of.
maybe cred ads were good because Tanmay Bhatt wrote it.
Cred ads were nice, yeah. Cred ads were nice. Actually,
Cred
yeah.
ad was
Those ones, I really like how he included all those old people. I
yeah,
mean, rest in peace to him, but Bappy Larry also was in an ad, right?
yeah, he was. Yeah.
Yeah. See, those ads are good. I think those are the only good IPL ads left. But what I mean by IPL ads is every single ad used to be sometimes IPL specific, and it would just get imprinted in your brain. Like I can't remember cred the same way I remembered the Shock Laga Laga ads or the Havells ads.
I used to love these ads, man. That center fresh, you remember? Like one used to
Oh
go and
yes,
he used to sit
oh
in that
yes,
this
oh
thing
yes.
palace and he used to eat eat the center fresh and he and it's just
My
like the
my
quote.
my favorite one is where the waiter eats a center fruit and then he just goes full nuts and
Oh,
like
center
recites the
fruit,
whole
yeah.
menu mad fast. That's one of my
Yeah.
favorite ones.
That is more like a meme thing, okay. So that became very viral. Like
Yeah,
even
but
nowadays.
they embraced it properly. I feel like I mean, don't take it the wrong way. But nowadays, I think a lot of times when it started with Pepsodent and stuff like that, it's a guy and it's a girl, and their journey to becoming a couple is a nice basement for them to make ads. I'm like, bro, Happy didn't
Why are we
I like
talking
the
about
older
Brahmastra
Pepsodent.
script here, guys?
Okay. No. Wait,
Please,
I
guys,
was
don't
talking.
kill me. It's just a joke.
Do you
It's
guys
just a joke.
remember? Do you guys remember the? I don't. Is it Happy Dent or Double Mint? I think it's one of the two. Where that song "Ek Ajnabi Hasina Se Mulaqat Ho Gayi." This was like a three-part advertisement. Do you guys not
nah.
remember this? Okay, bro. Basically, it's like a three-part advertisement. I think it started in IPL or it used to come in IPL as well. It's just a three-part story of this guy and this girl getting together, which is fine. Whatever works, works. But even, I don't know, the Axe Ticket ad is a guy and a girl. Every ad is a guy and a girl nowadays, mostly. I'm like, did
Which
you
was that?
stop writing
Axe, I know.
interjection? I don't even. I'm
Bounce
not even
Chicka
talking
Wow
about
Wow.
like Cadbury Silk or anything. Guys, by the way, I
No,
don't hate girls. I like girls, but
wait, which was the road? It was actually, Bounce Chicka Wow Wow. I think it was
yes,
Axe.
yes, yes.
Yeah,
No, no, no,
Yeah.
no, no, no. It was
it was an
Setwet.
Axe.
Hey,
It was an
dumbass,
Axe.
no.
It
Bouncing
was.
Mama is no, that's Axe.
I'm
No, no,
100%
no.
sure.
Yo,
No, no,
Setwet
no.
I'm
is
100%.
Setwet is Sada Sexy Rahom, man. That is
No, 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 no. Wait,
Setwet.
I'm actually Googling it.
Wait a second. And after a quick VAR check, we found out that it's actually Axe and not Setwet.
The reason is that because Axe was body like deodorant, Setwet
Yeah.
was gel, hair gel. How are people
No, Setwet had perfumes as well.
really?
Sorry, not
Oh,
perfumes, deos.
Man, you're gonna make me war all this stuff. Did they?
No, Setwet actually had, I remember.
Setwet deodorant. Did they have Setwet? Oh yeah, they
I
did. They
literally,
did.
I literally just Googled like while finding the
you could
ad.
have told
You
that.
could have
You could have
saved the
told.
trouble then you. But yeah, see, these are good. And now I don't know. I think maybe people have started to find that sort of stuff cringe. Obviously, it worked. It worked on us as a target audience back then. Now the way people think, no, in general, as an Indian audience, it worked. Now I
Or
think
us.
us means it worked for us too. Obviously, us in the sense.
I mean, I didn't go buy Axe deodorant or anything by seeing Rap.
I've probably used one bot no maybe two bottles of Axe deodorant in my whole life. That's all. I sometimes I don't even know which it is. I just its perfume is more useful,
The
I guess.
only, these sort of stuff like, you know, body spray or face wash, whatever is I have used as Mamaearth just because of Vidit Gujarati.
Samai. Oh, okay. Oh, with it.
Not
Okay.
some Vidit,
Uh,
Vidit, yeah.
but Mama products, I actually like. I had a face wash that was nice.
I use the
Yeah.
conditioner. It's pretty good.
Oh
You
yeah, we
use
can see
conditioner on your
your
hair.
hairline. Your
Yeah,
hairline we can.
you
Hey,
guys
yo,
don't use.
no hairline comments. No, I don't use conditioner anymore. I was so entitled. I used to use Tresemme stuff back in the day, but now pretty much I've kind of stopped caring. Oh my god! Oh shit! This reminds me. Ads. There was a Tresemme ad in which Jacqueline Fernandez goes, put conditioner first, then wash off, and then put shampoo. It increases the volume in your hair. I'm like, wow, oh, maybe let me try. I've done that shit for a good month as well. It- Basically, what I'm saying is, we were stupid as hell, and kids like me would actually listen to ads and
But you are still,
do
no?
this stuff. Yeah, I am, but I don't do stuff they tell me to do in ads anymore. Or else by now, I'd be taking the Axe pocket deodorant and a girl standing in front of me in the queue, and that's how you pick them up apparently.
Oh mama, that is how I
Ah,
know.
never again, man. There was a very cancerous phase when I was like watching YouTube, and every second ad is this bullshit. I cannot listen to it once more without getting pissed off.
Oh, man.
That
Yeah.
guy was in Family Guy as well. Family Guy,
Family man,
Family
not
Man.
family guy
Oh
who comes
no, I'm leaving. Bye, bye.
with Peter Griffin.
This just exposed you how much reels you watch.
Yeah.
Nah, that's that.
I'm the guy who shares family guy reels.
Everyone has that one person in the group who shares Family Guy reels. I think
Family
I
guy
think
is good.
I think yeah I think Family Guy has to be top 3 cartoons now, easy. For me, just cartoons wise, I'll go Rick and Morty first, then Family Guy, then Super Strikers. Super Strikers, conflicts. Nah, not
Rick and
really. It
Morty,
must
I
be
never
something.
watched. I never
Yeah.
watched Rick and Morty. I mean, I tried, but I really couldn't connect with the humor. Family Guy is like way too offensive,
What
and
do you
I
want
know
to
that.
connect with Rick and Morty?
Just
Humor,
watch.
It's
Just
just for
the
the
watch.
humor.
intelligent humor, nothing else.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
I feel
I
like
didn't
I
like.
feel like some of the dialogues in Rick and Morty you would actually really like.
Exactly. I thought this guy would actually like Rick and Morty. And
Yeah. Because he likes gross shit too, and a lot of Rick and Morty is
it's not
gross.
only gross, they talk about a lot of deep topics.
Yeah, but
mean,
I
And
like
they
how
show
they
it in a
phase
fun
it
way,
in.
of course.
Yeah, exactly. They
Yeah.
phase it in properly.
I
They're
mean,
not like
see,
this is a serious
I
episode.
tried. Okay. I tried watching, but then maybe like the episodes I watched or whatever didn't really, I couldn't enjoy that humor. But
Shriram
Family
has a
Guy is
lot of
very.
tried watching moments now. He
Like,
tried watching Rick and
It's a
Morty. He
very
tried watching Jujutsu Kaisen. He didn't even try watching One Punch Man. Come on.
One Punch Man I'll watch, but Jujutsu Kaisen wasn't great for me. Like, I didn't enjoy it. It was not my kind of a show. It was
you're
just like,
way too picky, man.
Yeah.
well, it's called as opinion, man. It's called as taste.
No,
Everyone has different, and it's
your
not
taste
necessarily
is very small, is what I'm saying. That's what picky
small.
means.
Yeah, you are being more judgmental here, is what I'm also saying.
You're the one being judgmental with the shows.
You
Then
can
what else have
clearly
shows for?
see from this who uses Twitter, who doesn't. Me and Yashiv clearly don't use Twitter. Shriram
I don't
is more
even.
on Twitter.
I don't. I don't even use Twitter. I don't think
No,
I even
but
have an account.
you are the. Don't you have an account?
I don't think so. Or even if I have, I don't like. I haven't checked my Twitter. Or even if I had, I don't know.
But your personality is for Twitter.
Of course, yeah. Being judgmental,
Man, the woke
the woke, yeah.
culture
I'm woke
nowadays.
society people's. I'm woke society people's guys. I'll hit
Cancel
people.
culture.
Cancel.
Man, so a lot of the guys
Ju-
deserve to be cancelled. I'll say that much.
Now
But
I just
sometimes
noticed.
chill out.
No, I just noticed in your background in my picture. See the thing that is written on my shirt. Friendship for
Friendship,
money
money,
and money
and
is is something is cut. Like I can't read it out.
I'm gonna go on to Google Photos on these classes. I'll find out what's written on the shirt.
Friendship and money. And let me see what Bala. Crafted classic
Bro,
studio.
we wore anything.
Yeah. Anything and everything.
Man. What? Yo, what the hell? All of a sudden, August has disappeared.
Maybe for a good
Nah.
reason.
Hey, yo, it can't run. Wow, actually, August is actually. Yo, this picture are from 2015. I was looking at 2016. Wait, so wait, when did you guys okay. I mean, when did you guys first properly speak to each other? Do you remember? You both.
I
Sixth
spoke to
standard.
Bala 6th grade, yeah.
Sixth.
And it was
Oh.
Pokemon.
Yeah.
It was about Charizard.
Oh, hey,
Yep.
good memory. Good memory.
Yeah, because Bala and I spoke like what I think I used to ask him a lot, like I used to call him constantly asking what book should we bring for tomorrow's school, like all this sort of crap.
I was the nerd of the gang.
Yeah, you were the nerd and I was the Dumbo, very enthusiastic.
You were the Enthu kid and you were the nerd, yeah.
Yeah, this guy never spoke much, but I used to
TK,
speak a lot.
your t-shirt says Friendship
Huh.
and money is like oil and water.
Wow.
Oh, very deep, PK.
Deep
See,
guys.
I respect the quote, and that's why I never pay Yashiv Bala back when he books badminton sessions for us, because they're just oil and water. They don't mix well. So
Oil
Yashiv,
and
continue paying is what I mean to say.
I mean,
Stop
just buy.
sponsoring.
I'ma just buy the food for everyone. You buy the. I mean, you book the coat.
I'm the guy who would not show up for all of this, but yeah.
Yeah, because he's
I have
not
a
our
life to
friend,
live.
guys. No, he doesn't. He doesn't have a life to live. That's why he doesn't turn up. So I
I have
guarantee
priorities.
it's priorities. What?
Of
No,
not doing
actually, no.
anything.
It's 2%. Yeah. He needs his me time.
Yeah, I need my me time, guys. Me time, my time.
But yeah. So I guess you spoke enough for what would be the first episode on the comeback. We will record one more soon enough, but maybe we
Probably after 6.5 years later.
might start with a more specific topic, but don't expect anything serious, because we will eventually branch out, because we started talking about content and we ended up talking about Charizard. So you can see how brain works. That's just how it's gonna go, and expecting any sort of structure is a waste, because we don't have on our whatever comes to the mind, we're gonna talk. And expect silence from Yashu, because doesn't speak much, I guess.
Nah, it's just you guys went too deep into IPL and I don't know what you guys are
Yeah.
even talking about. I was zoned
that
out.
show was German to you.
But yeah, if you guys still reach this point of the video,
Somehow,
Great.
I don't know why you would, but if you did, you're in our close circle now.
It's an achievement.
Yeah.
By standing out to so much of
if you just
bullshit.
skip to this part, it doesn't count.
Yeah, if you skip to this part,
Yeah.
You're bad. You didn't give us watch time.
you're a pagan. Wow.
You're bad.
I was really trying to think something which is not that offensive, but you'll also hurt a little.
YouTube.
I came up with pagan.
YouTube.
Not not just YouTube, because we know at least
Well,
some
don't
people
worry,
who we know,
guys.
but
We won't get that much of reach, so I don't think
no
YouTube
chance.
is going to.
We are literally doing it for our own sake, and if people are watching, welcome.
Great.
If not, then
We are just,
nothing, I guess.
and then we are just recording what we usually do in
Yeah,
service.
this
Just talk
guys,
about
this is
random
how
stuff.
most of the conversations go, but without saying guys.
Yeah.
And we are a little more polished now, and we're talking English a lot.
With
Maybe
a lot of filter.
maybe we'll do bilingual once down the line, but I don't know if there's an audience for that. We don't really care. That's why I'm telling you, we might not. Let's see.
I mean,
Thanks.
like
Okay,
on Discord,
I'm not
would be a
I'm not
lot
gonna
more.
do this shit again where I say
Let's
thanks for
not
watching
lose.
and then we talk nicer. Yeah. Just bye. We'll see you next time.
Good night.